to deploy a quick website using Docker, okay, Nginx and Beanstalk. We will use all this to work and show how Docker works, okay? And it's simply an example to show how containers can be used to package and serve applications in a fast, reproducible, and cloud-ready way with just Docker file and index.html. Anyone can use it. You can feel free to follow the repo that I created in GitHub, okay? I put it the link below. And yeah, let's go and create something here. Well, what is Docker, guys? What is Docker? Uh, Docker is a platform for building, running, and managing containers. Think of it like lightweight portable boxes that hold everything in your application. So the code, the runtime, libraries, dependencies, configurations. Okay, so without Docker, actually your application can fail. Okay, because with Docker, uh, the app runs the same anywhere on a laptop, a server, or the cloud. And this is that because everything is inside the containers. Okay, so actually Docker is simply consistency, portability, and speed. Okay, and in Docker you have what you call Docker daemon. Docker daemon is a part of Docker. Okay, and it's the background process that's running everything on your machine, like build and runs containers. Okay, it's this way that you write it. Daemon, I guess. This way. Yeah, it's this way. Bref, and here we're going to continue, and to see everything here, we will talk about Elastic Beanstalk that will help us to deploy everything. Now let's just get started. You just need to download Docker if you don't have it. I put the link for you here. Okay, I already have it, so I don't really need it to download it. And what is really important here is to understand that this is important for learning about Docker and everything inside it. Okay, now let's go. Let's go, guys. And I'll do it real quick. Okay, so guys, in Nginx, okay, here's my Docker. Now, you can feel free to follow as I said. So we're gonna launch Nginx. Nginx. I put the code here. Okay, so I'm gonna go real quick. Wow, great, it is working. Okay, so Nginx, guys, it's written like that. First, it means Nginx. This is the way that it is written. Okay, so in the whole word, okay, Nginx is a web server, pretty famous for speed and efficiency. Okay, it has several roles like serve a static file like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, images, and it acts as a reverse proxy to the backend apps. Okay, so it has a lot of ability like functions as load balancer, scaling easily. So many companies already use it like Netflix, GitHub. Okay, now yeah, let's just build everything here from scratch, and let's go to check in our localhost to show you now what HTTP localhost. You see, we are on the welcome page of Nginx. This means it is actually working. So if we click on our Docker, we can see that there is a container that is already running. So this means that when we put this code here, Docker run, it launched immediately a container, okay? And we are just like telling him, yo, Docker, run a container and put it on the port 80 of my local computer, okay? That's why we are having this one here, okay? Now, what we need is to put our website then, okay? And because Nginx is great to have it here, but we see that it is working. But now we need to put our website because this is only a template and an image, just an image, okay? So what we'll need to do here, okay, is simply to create a folder that we will call computer, okay? And let's go and see everything about that. Now what we can do is cd, what I'm doing, cd slash desktop, okay, and here compute. Okay, so now we just create a folder called compute. Okay, and what we will do is to type cd -l compute, and we will add some file here, touch docker file. Okay, this is the first file, and we're going to create another one touch index HTML. Okay, now if we click here, we see that we have the two files that I just created right now. Okay, so these two files will help us to just have our own image. Okay, so this is the way that we will try to do. Okay, so actually what we are doing now is simply to telling Docker and giving him instruction on how to build our own custom container, because this is what we need in this project. Okay, now let's check it out. Everything, if everything's great, unless we have everything. Okay, so now what we will need with those files that we created, we are going to add this code here. Okay, and this code means, okay, you are telling Nginx, okay, yo, you're telling Docker, you're telling like, yo, add the latest Nginx version and copy it to the index file that is next to you. Okay, this is actually how it works. Now what we'll do is like that. You are telling it Jane. Okay, well, and let's save it. Now I create a quick website real quick. Let me just go this way here. And this is the file that I created, a quick website to show the test about it. Great. Now this one we're going to put it in our index file. We are going to edit it in text edit. You can also use VS Code. Okay, save it. Make sure that you are doing it as an indexed HTML. Okay, great. Now we have our two files. Okay, now let's check about it, what it's giving us. When we run this one, we are building our image of our website that we just created. Okay, and we are actually going to run the same command that we run early in this project, is this one. Now instead of running Nginx, we're going to run our own web app. Okay, great. You see it is typing error, okay, from daemon because fail containers. This means that here you remember that we added the Nginx on the port 80 and it's still there, so we need to stop it and to retry again to make free the Nginx, the port 80, and type again it. Now it is working because we make free the port 80, so our website can be available on the port 80. So now here, if we refresh the page, you see we have our website, we created. This means that we are using the port 80 instead of Nginx to use it. Now what we need to use now is Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk to be able to put this app, these websites on live, so the world can see it. Okay. Now let's just move all this and come back here. Now we're going to see about Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, so guys, Elastic Beanstalk, it's a great app. Elastic Beanstalk is simply a service that makes it easy for us to deploy cloud application without having to worry about underlying infrastructure. So you just simply need to upload your code and Elastic Beans will handle everything that you need to get it run. You have a lot of ability here, Elastic Bean. You have the capacity of provisioning, load balancing, auto scaling. It also uses EC2 because it's EC2 that is running behind in the back of this one. Is the EC2 that run containers actually. So when you create this, there is an EC2 that is created in the background. Now the environment here is where we will actually set the machine that we run our application, like configure the EC2, the network, the database, the accesses, and everything here. Okay. Now we're going to give it a name. My test app for Docker, and choose the Docker platform. Upload the code. So here, what we need to do with those files, we are going to compress them in order to make them as one single file. So we'll we'll be able to compare them to use them as one single file. Great. And this single file, we will add it in our Elastic Beanstalk. Another version. And let's make sure to stay in the fridge here, okay? Because we are latching a lot of steps here. Great. Now we're going to create a service for get access this here, because Elastic Bean need to get access to our sources. Now what we'll do is create a role for our Elastic Bean. And this role would call it Bean new role for my app. Great. Now we're going to do the same to our EC2. You just need to refresh it and add the role that you just created. Create another role for your EC2. Is the same. For my app, great, my role is created. Refresh also and add it and select next. We decide to go without a keeper because we actually don't really need it here. And here is the VPC. We will keep the default VPC because AWS already created one for us. And here we need to select enable because this will allow us to be public on the net. So our website will be available on the net. Now about the containers, we are going to add the general purpose 3. Okay, so actually here the root volume in our instances, our EC2, okay, it's about storage space. Okay, just like how your local computer would have his own storage space for operating system and files you keep locally. So general purpose 3 SSD is kind of in a free tier eligible, so that's why we are going to use it here, of course. And yeah, going to keep all this like that. And the MDS v1 actually is instance metadata service. Okay, so actually it's a service that gives your application temporarily credential to your EC2. For example, you can use EMDS to give your application permissions to access to S3, but actually here we will not use S3, so we don't really need it for the moment, so we will keep it just like that. And let's continue. Okay, the monitoring space here, we are going to keep the basics, so we'll avoid to pay. Okay, and it's about the reporting tools, okay, to give you the performance and the status updates of our app on Beanstalk. After when we finish the project, we will see the status health is kind of written in green. Yeah, I'll show you this after. And yeah, let's just remove this one too to avoid to get some prices there. And let's continue. Let's check if we have everything here because I don't want it to make error. What's going on here? When I'm testing it, it's kind of not giving me the file that I put it here. I'm gonna try it again. Whoa. We are going to stay in the fridge here. Great here. I think I have everything. I'm going to review it and just create. It will take some few minutes. And while we are waiting, we are just going to create. You see, telling about the health, we will check it out just after. We are going to create just the diagram of this. Elastic. Okay, and Docker. Okay, great. So basically this is what we just created. Ew. No, no, no. Well, this is what we just did. I'm gonna put a straight line. Great. This is what we have. It's the same. Let's go to check about environment. It's still created. So actually, guys, just to say real quick about Beanstalk. So Beanstalk is actually a robust platform for deploying and managing application with a strong Docker and EC2. So it actually make it easier for developers and engineers when they try to work together, when you're working together. You see the health status I was telling you about, and great, let's go to check about our app. Great, great. Everything is working good. There we go. Things are doing good, and yeah, we succeeded our project. Voila. Now, something really important here, what we are going to do is just to delete the resources because we don't want to get priced big check to receive a big check that we need to pay. So we're going to delete the environments, okay, and also terminates. Make sure, please, to delete your environment. It's really important here. If you don't want to receive some big bills, and check about your Docker. Remove everything because we don't actually really need it. Do this for the great guys. Thank you, and see you next time for our next project.